The WNBA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog. Get up to $1,000 deposit match when you sign up at UnderdogFantasy.com. Promo code NBA SGPN. And yes, sir, we are back with another edition of the WNBA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. No me, no the voice, no the guy. It's me, really raw, feeling raw. Terrell Furman Jr. here at your service. If you didn't lock in at all to the Stud Buzz stream during the All-Star break, then I don't know what to tell you. It was hilarious. It was absolutely hilarious, and a nice peek behind the curtain. What else do we have to talk about here in our return episode? We are back. We have pay to players chanting all throughout the Natasha Cloud. Another win by the Liberty. The Liberty also not fighting the allegations, Scott.
We got reinforcements.
They will never beat the allegations. Jeezy the Snowman made an appearance in New York. Scott Studio Reichel. Scott, what's going on?
Scotty, beat me up.
Surprise.
Yeah, good to be back. I know both of us went on vacation. It was a good time anyway because with the All-Star break. So overall, pretty good timing by us and W. But either way, nice to be back for the second half, quote-unquote, of the season. Should be fun. I know we had some news over the last few days. The Liberty made some headlines. Of course, you mentioned some of the headlines that happened during All-Star weekend. Overall, though, break is over. I know the players wanted a bit longer of a break, which makes sense because the games are Tuesday after an All-Star break game of Saturday. But still, point is, nice to be back.
At least it's not baseball. I feel like baseball's All-Star break is like horrendous for the amount of games that they play.
Well, it depends how you look at it because baseball is off on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday because you have the Home Run Derby on Monday. You have the All-Star game on Tuesday.
That's so ass, by the way.
And then you have nothing until Friday. So if you're not involved in that, then technically you're off for about 4 days, give or take.
Kind of a week there. But
give or take.
Man, the Home Run Derby being on a Monday, that's prime Saturday night, prime time event there, Sky. I've never understood why they did on Monday, Tuesday.
Because there's nothing else on Monday? Just being honest. Even if you don't like the Home Run Derby, for the weekend, even the WNBA ran into this last weekend. You're competing with a UFC card. You can argue that more people are watching the WNBA. I don't have the numbers on that. But the point is, if you have a pay-per-view UFC card going on, you also had... I know Usyk was earlier in the afternoon for boxing. There are some fights and stuff that are happening on the weekends. And you also had some golf on, which might distract some people. Not at that time, but you get what I'm trying to say. There are an underrated amount of sports on Saturdays. And on Monday, you had absolutely nothing. So I guess that's why baseball does it that way.
All right. Let's get into some breaking news real quick. Scott, Liberty, not beating allegations, by the way. But
no.
Yes, they bring in reinforcements. They signed Stephanie Talbot over from she got away from the Sparks. Yeah, she was with the Sparks last. And then welcome back, Emma Meeseman. This wasn't even on the radar.
You gotta put some respect, by the way. A former Finals MVP. Emma Meeseman. You got to include that accolade.
How many MVPs are on this squad? Jesus Christ.
I feel like if you asked the average person if they even remember a Meeseman being a former Finals MVP, they would tell you that they just completely forgot.
Oh, well, I remember.
I know you remember that, but we talk about it all the time. Shout out to John Quell for the Finals MVP last year. you get some unexpected MVPs in that one series. And I feel like she's one that has kind of, as the court's history has gone on in the W, kind of flying under the radar as a former finals MVP.
Oh man, they're in the chat cooking. Caitlin Clark picked a horrible.
They should. They were down 20 at half. I mean,
dude, they
it
were
was a
getting
joke.
they were getting.
And for the record, I think a lot of people expected Collier to win because it's Team Clark and Clark wasn't playing. Not to mention the fact she's shooting less than 6% on the road from 3. So I don't know if that would have been a good matchup for Caitlin anyway. But Collier came out, won MVP. She had, 18 points in 9 minutes. It was something stupid in the first half. She dominated. It was over very quickly. It was a bloodbath.
Yeah. What else here? Oh yeah, we got some more. We got some more breaking news. Yeah. Shout out to Natasha Cloud winning the skills challenge, getting the bag. Liberty, like are the Liberty? If Jockwell is fully healthy, it's only Sandy that can hold this team back.
Pretty much, and they found a way to survive Sandy last year, so I guess maybe they can do it again. I do want to point out, by the way, since you mentioned Natasha, we got to mention the flamethrower performance by the other Liberty.
I mean, the Liberty just racked up over the course of the weekend. Sabrina Ionescu, 3-point champion.
Yeah.
Shouts out to the WNBA for doing everything for a rollout of Caitlin Clark at All-Star for her to get hurt.
Yeah. Well, we knew Sabrina was struggling a bit more. Then she picked it up again before the break, and that carried over because she have 30 in the final round or something?
Mm-hmm.
It was, and she actually missed her last 3 shots. She could have had.
And I was going to take her. Like when Caitlin Clark was playing, I was going to take Sabrina. Like I at that point when she got ruled out, at one point it got to -110 for her to win, Scott. -110. I mean, Allie quickly didn't even get that kind of love.
No.
But I was fully prepared to take Sabrina against Caitlin. I very much was. All right. What else we got here? All of this we can get through in the game breakdown. All right. Before we get to the 4-game slate, Scott? 5-game slate here on a return to the WNBA. Got to talk to you about the Sports Gambling Podcast because they're back with their 32 NFL team previews. If you're listening to this live, come join me over at 11:30, and we'll be talking some New York Giants and my pessimism of the New York Giants. If you're not watching this live, then guess what? That's already on YouTube, and you can go check out the Giants preview for 2025. And I promise you, you're not going to want to miss it. So get out there, get all 32 NFL previews. Plus, they'll give out a word each preview, and it will finish a 32-word phrase. Submit the phrase for a chance to win $1,000 circa future. So submit the phrase by listening to each of the 32 previews, and you will have a chance to win $1,000 circa future. All right. First game up, Scott. Let's see. Where do we want to start here today? 7:30 p.m. on the East Coast. We have the Los Angeles Sparks going up against the Washington Mystics. Mystics laying 3.5. Open up at 2.5 here, Scott. 167.5 is the total. That says it's a 3-point line move. Interesting. Injury report and anything substantial for either one of these two teams. Let's see as I scour through. Nope, I don't have anything, Scott. So, last game out. This is technically the second game of a back-to-back game set, but it's weird, Scott, because the first game happened before the All-Star break.
Well, it's also weird because one team didn't show up for the game.
Very much true, and I ended up betting them, believe it or not.
Yeah, the Mystics might have been mentally checked out for the break because that game was over very quickly, and the Sparks scored 99 points. So,
and you know what? I'm going back to them. Prove it to me that the Sparks can do it again, because the Sparks really haven't been good. And this Mystics team, especially at home, because I've been there a number of times, are really, 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 really sound defensively in the second half. And they really, really turn it up a notch and not let teams just go out and buck wild on them in the second half of games. And that's where we know the Sparks team to really just blow up in the second half. So I need the Sparks to prove it to me. once again that they can beat this Mystics team. I don't think they can. I think that they'll have some issues, probably a little bit of foul trouble. They'll probably look to get Shakira Austin going, Kiki Irfin going on the inside a lot. And then it's Brittany Sykes again against the Los Angeles Sparks. And she's going to have another opportunity to prove why she was an all-star and was able to eventually get to be able to play in that all-star game. I think she has a big game here, and they're not going to be able to stop her. This is the bounce-back game. The first game, fine. It went over to I think they were a dog. Were they a dog? Yeah. So it went to the dog in the Sparks. And now we have the Mystics here again. I like the Mystics get done.
The Sparks were 1.5 point favorites in that
Okay.
meeting. So it was at 4.5. Apparently, got bet down. So that's what I see according to ESPN. But who knows? I think this game's very tricky. It's always difficult the first game off a break to try to predict what's going to happen. Do I really want to lay 3.5 with the Mystics? No. I do think the Sparks are live to win this game. But the Mystics are quietly 7-3 at home. You mentioned the home arena. They're actually really good in that arena. It's not just
I haven't
vibes.
seen the loss.
Yeah.
I've been to I went to the Lynx game. I went to I did see them lose against the Liberty. But they were competitive in that second half. And so what? I've seen 2-3. I'm 2-1. Yeah.
Point is the Mystics, despite being 500, are actually 7-3 at home. Sparks, it's a weird game for them because they're a West Coast team that had the All-Star break, didn't have many All-Stars. I know Plum, of course, was there, but it's kind of a weird travel spot. You're still going from LA? I'm assuming that Plum probably went back to LA first. So, I'm actually wondering with the travel scenario for the Sparks here. But it's a West Coast team traveling east off a long layoff. I'm not sold on the spot for the Sparks. I understand what Reg's saying. He wants to go with the Sparks money line for the dog money. I once again can understand your logic there. I don't think the Mystics are a great team. But it's a West Coast team traveling East Coast. I do think the Mystics no-showed the entire game because they were ready for the break. I think they'll look sharper mentally the second time around. I'll go with the Mystics as well. It's really difficult, though, to actually kind of predict two average to below average teams and what you're going to get from an effort level. But I do think a lackluster performance is more likely for the Sparks, traveling from the West Coast to the East Coast after scoring 99 on this team. A lot of film you can work on for that last game for the coaching staff of Washington. I'll go Mystics minus 3.5.
Yeah. Yeah. This is a prime revenge spot. Just played this team. They get the edge. All right. Totals 167.5.
I might go under. It might sound a bit bold because the first game landed 179, but once again, the Mystics played absolutely no defense in the entire game.
Yeah.
I'm going to chalk the game up to just mentally checking out beforehand, and the Sparks scored 59 points in the first half. I don't see that happening. I'll go under. You also have the layoff angle. You might see both teams come out flat. One bad quarter might kill this. I'll just go under.
Hey, hey, man. Eddie is a funny character. All right. I actually oddly agree with you. Something just doesn't feel good about this over. Something just doesn't feel something doesn't smell right about the over. Yeah.
I mean, I think it's a weird line. They played last week. It landed 179. They opened the total up 12 points below that. I feel like people might be tempted to take the over. I feel like I kind of expect defense to be ahead of offenses in the first game back. Maybe that's just how I look at layoff games. So I'll go under. Give me one bad quarter to kill it. Not to mention the Sparks offensively late in games. That could be problematic in itself. So I'll go with the under.
And that's what it is for me. Sparks offense just dies in the second half and it pulls it under. All right, player props. What we got?
I do want to ask you, since the Sparks scored 99 in the first meeting, do we want to just go with a potential, I'd say, fade on some players who dominated the first game, or is that getting a bit too cute?
I wouldn't necessarily say that, but throw me a name and a number, and you might sell me on something here.
All right, I'll go with the recent trends, though. I'll fade Sykes on her assists at 4.5. It's at minus 135. She's actually not been very good at assisting recently. She has had a less than 5 and 5 straight. She had 3 in the last game against the Sparks, and of course, they scored 80 points, which is still fine for an offensive showing. But I do think it's a good spot for Sykes to struggle in terms of the assists. Looking at the home games, she has had less than 5 assists in 4 straight home games as well. I'll go with the under for Sykes assists here at 4.5.
Where's Shakira's Austin points at? 14.5. That feels off. That doesn't feel right. She's been over 14.5 in 3 of her last 4 games, 7 of her last 10 games here. Was able to go over in that first game. And I don't think she's going to be the issue. I think she's going to be able to get off to a hot start and score here. So, yeah, I'm very much good. Let me get Shakira Austin over 14.5. I think she'll have a big day. Let's see. What else? And yeah, Rakia's starting to heat up too. I played Rakia last game and it hit. I think I want to run that back. She had a 22-point outing. A bit over in 2 of her last 3 against this Mystics team. Sitting there at 13.5 still. They didn't even move it from the last time I bet it was at 13.5. So I think I'm going to continue to bet Rakia. She's been really, really good. She's been over this at 4 straight games. 15, 14, 19, and 22. And I could see this being a Plum. Plum just can't hit anything. Not even that they're doing anything defensively. It's just the Plum doesn't get going game. So Rakia picks up some of the slack there.
You see the videos over the weekend? Seemed like a big party.
Oh, dude, she's first of all, how old is Kelsey Plum? I feel like she's our age.
She's single now, right?
You should not be taking Crown Apple from. She's 30. Yeah, she's 30. She's a year older than me.
To be fair, she's 30 but divorced. So
she's 30. She's 2 years older than me.
Either way, she was with Waller, not anymore. So she can drink a little bit.
No, bro. Crown Royal, and it was the apple. Oh, from the bottle. Ew. Oh my god.
Did it come in like the pink pouch that sometimes it comes?
No, I think she had a. I think it was. Let me go see the video. Was it a fifth? Was it a handle? It might.
I'm not sure.
It was wild. What is your drink of choice, Scott?
It's not Crown Royal. I'll tell you that much. My drink of choice, I'm not really that picky, but it's usually either vodka or tequila.
Like if you had, all right, so let's say I send you to the store to go get a bottle. What bottle are you coming back with?
It's a good question here. Trying to think if I'd want to go for Patron or if I'd want to go for like a Grey Goose.
Okay. Well, I can't do vodka.
That's fine.
But
it's more for me. It's fine.
You know me. Don Julio make you a Fulio. Reposado. It has to be Reposado.
Okay. Just to be clear, in case you were wondering.
I only drink Reposado tequilas. I hate Blanco.
I can handle most alcohols. I'm really not a fan of Scotch, though. Just not for me.
Yeah, I feel like it's like, because don't you got to sit there with like one ice cube in the glass and like stir it around and all?
Sometimes not even ice cubes. Sometimes people have the frozen cubes that they have that's not ice because they don't want it to dilute the drink. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, the little metal things?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They'll throw that in there sometimes too because they don't want it to dilute the drink. And at that point, it's too classy, and I just drink from the bottle. At that point.
Is that sanitary?
I'm assuming they wash it. I don't know, but. It's not for me. I'm not in those classy drink-up meetings. So I'm more in the shots category for me.
Lordy. All right. What else? Any other player props? Anything else interesting here in this game?
Not really. I don't want to overdo it once again, first game back from the break, so I'll just keep it like this.
All right. Before we get to the next game, it's like, to talk to you guys about Circa Million and Circa Survivor because the world's greatest sportsbook, Circa Las Vegas, is hosting the world's biggest pro football contest, Circa Million, Circa Survivor, and the Circa Grandissimo. With over $21 million.
It really doesn't matter. It's a $100K entry Survivor contest. It doesn't matter. It's fine.
Hey man, I'm not gonna count people's pockets. We might have a taker here that wants to buy.
Do you know how many bottles of Crown Royal I could buy with $100K?
It's
a lot of bottles. It's a lot of pink pouches. That's all.
Mike could buy the company.
Yeah, probably.
Come out and hang out with SGPN at Circa Contest Weekend, August the 21st through the 23rd for an amazing weekend, including live shows and open bars. Plus, you can get 15% off a stay at Circa with promo code SGP15. So use that 15% off promo code when you come out for contest weekend, August 21st through 23rd. Contests are open to everyone. Sign up in Nevada and play from anywhere with the help of SGPN's official proxy. Go to footballcontest.com and use promo code SGP to get $50 off your proxy fees. We're also brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Underdog Best Ball Mania is happening all summer long, and they're giving away $15 million in prizes, including $2 million to first place. No waiver wire, no arguments about trades. Best Ball is the best way to play fantasy football. So, we'll do our underdog lineup at the end of the show here. Sign up with promo code NBA SGPN and claim your special pick and first time deposit offer up to $1,000 in bonus credits. UnderdogFantasy.com, promo code NBA SGPN. Next game up. Jesus Christ, we're seeing this again? Chicago Sky on the road going to play the Minnesota Lynx. Lynx are laying 15.5 here. 159.5 is total. Ariel Atkins is on the injury report. I do remember seeing her name. She is ruled out. That is, and Michaela Onyeawede is ruled out as well for Chicago. Other than that, good to go.
Well, it's not really related to this game, but did you enjoy that masterclass performance with Reese not playing? Well, they lose by 39, 37.
Yeah. It was horrible, as expected, of course.
It was really, really bad, but wanted to mention that one.
49 points, Scott.
Yeah, I'm not surprised either. It was a mess very early and often in that game. And Ryan Howard, of course, didn't play, so that's even worse for your team there. But yeah, of course, Angel Reese is back for this game, so you can kind of toss the dream game in the garbage. But either way, I mean, 15.5. Unfortunately, they covered it the second time around because I don't know if you watched that fourth quarter, but that was that was disgusting.
But it's more of, and that's why I feel a little bit more confident saying maybe we could just go ahead and lay the number. Although Chicago has been very good on the road, and they've been very good ATS last 5 games. 8-2. I mean, the last 10 games. 8-2 the last 10 games ATS. They are 8-4 on the road. But I'm sorry, Ariel Atkins is a really big piece not to have on this team.
I do wonder if it's too big of a spread, though, because I did lose money on the Sky the second time around, but they covered almost the entire game. It came down to a bench warmer hitting a layup on the final possession in order to cover the spread. It wasn't even 15.5. It was like 11 or 11.5 at that point. So
yeah, but are they going to be able to do that without Ariel?
Probably not. That's why I'm kind of stuck here. Maybe I'd consider the Sky, if you want to go for maybe an under instead. It's really a tricky game because 15.5 feels massive, but I get it.
And you got Minnesota at home.
It's what, the third meeting in the last week and a half? Give or take?
Yeah, and Minnesota's been getting their butt kicked early in the games too, man.
I thought about the first half maybe for the Sky because I can see them getting buried in the second half of this game.
No, I think if anything, I think Minnesota comes out and smacks them in the first half this time because the Sky went on the road as Minnesota wrote. By the way, remember, Minnesota on the road, ATS, not good at all. Mm-hmm. But they were able to handle business against them and keep it close in the first half. I think that Minnesota remembers that and was like, yo, let's go out and get out to a really, really fast start at home here. And just there's a potential they could not look back or a potential that they let off the gas. But I think Minnesota at least gets out to a fast start. I kind of like them ATS here in the first half at home, but I think I'm going Minnesota.
I think I'll agree with you, but I'm contemplating if I want to go for the Lynx spread parlayed with a potential under in the game.
My mom.
Because I'm wondering if the Sky are even going to get to 70 if the Lynx cover the spread. And the answer might be no. There is a possibility the Sky just are in quicksand the entire game. They get clamped, and the Lynx win this game by 20, and the Sky finish with 63 points. That's a possibility too. So
because they're going to need Kia Nurse not to be horrible. They're going to need Beck Allen to step it up. It's going to be a lot. Rachel Banham's been okay, but we know
she's been better lately. I don't trust her.
Yeah, I don't trust her. Yeah, no, I don't think this is the spot for the Sky. Especially, I think the Sky need every single one of their players to be the team that we saw in the last 10 games. So I'm not going to take them without Ariel.
Backcourt was terrible anyway, and now Atkins is gone. So I think I'm with you there. I think the Lynx win.
All right. Total's at 159.5 now.
It's
Yeah, I
under
don't
a
know if the
pass for
sky.
me.
Yeah, under. It feels like under a pass as well. All right. Well, I'm taking fee again. I'm gonna continue to run that back.
All-Star Game MVP fee.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I was also man. If you took Fee to win the All Star game and Sabrina to win the 3-point contest, like it's two easy bets that could have made. Two very easy bets. I'm disappointed. Uh, Vacations. All right. She's at 21.5. She has been over. Well, actually, hasn't been too good for the number recently. But I just don't think anybody's going to be able to stop her. The last two games against Chicago, 29 and 26 points.
I'm trying to think of anybody on the sky I'd even be tempted to bet on in this game. Because I can't even take Reese props anymore, because once you ended up getting the front court back, it sabotaged the phenomenal performances that Reese was having on the boards.
I'll still go with the assist, even though she hooked me on the assist last time with 3. She had 3 like in the first half, and then it stayed at 3. I would very much stick with 3.5 assists. They did buy into the line a little bit though. Dang, I would still play the assist for Angel Reese 3.5. There we go.
I don't mind
Anything
that.
else on the sky?
Once again, with Cardoso being back, it kind of just sabotaged the blind overs for Reese props, which I know you like the rebound. We like the assists anyway, but I don't feel great about the rebounds anymore.
Mm-hmm.
The points I might feel okay about, but I don't really want to bet it against this defense. I don't really have anything. Unless you want to blindly go for maybe a Bantam 3-point angle, hoping she just chucks 9 of them with
Mm-hmm.
Atkins out. That could be an angle too, but I don't have anything for the Sky team. This team's going to be in trouble for this game.
Courtney Williams continues to just put up good games against the Sky.
Yeah.
Stud butts for life.
She can't get into the club, but she can get buckets.
Yo, they were really like not trying to let her in the club.
No, they really were not.
Yo,
They were really not.
They were really not trying to let them in the club. Like, what
No.
you mean? Oh man, dude, the step butt stream was hilarious. Like, if you like, just go look for clips. Like, it was really, really funny. Oh man, and again, another game with. I can't wait to see Angel Reese backing down to Tisha Heidemann in the post in this game. By the way, All right. Courtney Williams points and assists. That's the last thing I give out here.
I got nothing else.
Next game up. I mean, this one was supposed to be a better game. Indiana Fever on the road going to play the New York Liberty. Liberty are laying 11.5. 163.5 is total. Injury report. No Caitlin Clark in this game. Are they just rushing it? Like, do they keep bringing her back as she keeps going back out with injury?
Yeah. And now she's going through more testing. I know injuries play a factor in general because the 3-point numbers have been so bad for Caitlin all season on the road, etc. I know I keep making jokes about it because it is pretty funny. But still, the point is she's clearly being rushed back every time. And I do wonder with the Fever, who are clearly going to make the playoffs, do you just give her a month and just say, look, we're fine, just be back for the playoffs and we'll go from there? Because you can argue for seeding if it matters. I don't know if it actually matters that much. It might for the Fever, though, because they're really bad on the road. But keeping your best player healthy is the most important thing. I think at this point, you got to shut her down. It reminds me of like a baseball pitcher. And every now and then you'd send them back out there, and then as soon as they feel something, you're like, all right, you're going back on the shelf. Yeah. But the last thing you want to do is force the person back for a more serious injury. I don't want to compare it to Halliburton, but a similar idea. You rush somebody back, they shouldn't be playing, and you get a more serious injury down the road. She's too valuable. I think Caitlin will be sitting for a couple weeks, maybe a month, and she should, because they'll make the playoffs anyway.
Liberty, Aces, Sky, Mercury is how they close out the month.
It's not pretty, but I'm going to ask you, what other options do you have? Because we've seen Caitlin play with the injury.
And it's not good.
Fine. She can't shoot. So
I mean, what, she hit like 2 threes on the road this season? Like,
she's shooting, I believe it's 5.7% from 3 on the road. this season. 5.7% from 3. I think it's around there. It might be 6.7. It's really, really bad.
That can't be real. That can't be real.
It is real. Like it's a mess. That's what it is.
I'm about to look this up. That can't be. It can't be no 5%, Scott.
I
No way.
looked it up. Like I'm telling you, it's
oh
a
my gosh.
It's a fact. I believe it was 5.7% from 3.
What?
Because I tweeted about it and I went through the actual game log. I'm like 90% sure it's 5.7%.
Oh my gosh, that's unreal. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
They gotta sit her. They have to sit
I
her.
don't have a choice.
You literally have to sit her. Okay. All right. Anything else here? Oh well, we're starting.
I'm going with the Liberty. I'm going with the Liberty to kill this team.
Yeah. Is this the okay? So, devil's advocate. Is this the weird get up game for Indiana where they just get up for somebody in a spot without Caitlin Clark? Like, is it that? Because the Liberty did just bulldoze them as predicted by me.
But with no Caitlin, what are you going to do? You're just going to hope that Kelsey and Boston just carry you? What other options do you have? The thing that the Caitlin injuries have really showcased with this team, which we knew going in, but still, the depth on this team is very underwhelming.
And I just don't know how they're going to stop them with Jacquel Jones in the lineup. I think that's the thing. I think Jacquel Jones is going to make them so much better defensively, so much better offensively.
Forget about that. They can rebound the damn ball again. That helps. We've been roasting this Liberty team's rebounding for about a month.
Emma Mieseman is going to help that out too.
I know, but I'm saying John Quell being back, though, can definitely clean up the issue, too.
Bye to all of Isabel Harrison's minutes, by the way. Mm-hmm. Oh, Izzy, it was fun watching you hoop with us. But bye to those minutes.
They couldn't rebound at all. It was a nice win against the Dream and that comeback they had and all, but it's nice to have an actual center back in the lineup. That's all I'm going to say.
All right. Guess we're going chalk.
In New York?
Yeah.
If it was in Indiana, maybe, but in New York with that crowd, nah, I think they just blast this team. They're so good at home. And of course, the Liberty first half at home. I think they jump this team. They're such a good first half team.
I'm oddly reluctant. I'm going to play it, but I'm oddly reluctant.
Okay.
Because what if they just randomly get up? Like a super random get up game. But maybe it's the next game against the Aces and that's the get up.
I'm hoping the Liberty get up because they got John Quell back. I'm hoping that's the spark they need to just show up for at least a game here.
Yeah, you're right. I'll lay 11.5. It's fine. Total under. They're trying to get you with the over. Under. Jacquel Jones is back. This Liberty team is going to be locked in defensively.
I'd rather take the Fever team total under. Because there is a world where the Liberty just absolutely hammer this team and they end up scoring like 90. There is a possibility that happens.
You think it's going to be like early last season, or it was the what?
It really
it was the 104-68.
That's kind of the vibe I'm going for. Maybe not to that extreme, but I'd rather take the Fever team total under because I do think if the game's going under, it's mainly the Fever being terrible. I'm not picking the Fever defensively to get up in New York and stop this team with John Quell back. I'd rather go for the Fever team total under.
I agree. All right. 75.5. Player props.
Goes with your trend, too, because you always mention how bad this team is team total-wise on the road.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Thank you for reminding me. Absolutely play the under 75.5 there. Absolutely. A large part of it was the fact that Caitlin Clark couldn't hit a 3 on the road. So that helped out a lot. But 75.5, I'll play it. I'll play it. Because I'm sure the Liberty are going to go in there and they're really going to try to make a statement of, we figured this thing out defensively.
Yep.
No Jacquel Jones props listed?
You have to wonder how many minutes because she hasn't played in a month. So there might be some minute restriction reasons for that.
I guess. Fine. Well, Caitlin Clark's out. So we play Natasha Howard again. this is just go ahead and rinse, repeat Natasha Howard when Caitlin Clark is out.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, we talk about the there we go. We talk about shot creation on the team. There's not a lot of players that can create their own shot on the Indiana Fever. A lot of it is team based and her helping getting them the basketball. It's a lot easier for Aaliyah Boston when she has a point guard getting her the ball. Like it's a lot easier for those 3-point shooters when you're getting that collapse on Aaliyah Boston. She's kicking out for 3-point shooters. But Natasha Howard and Kelsey Mitchell, they can go get theirs whenever they want. Give them the ball, get out their way, and let them go get theirs. Natasha Howard over 12.5 points. Immediately the first bet lock again with Caitlin Clark out. She has gone over this line in 7 of the last 10 games that she has played without Caitlin Clark. So continue to back that.
I mean, it's why I like the Liberty. No offense to Natasha, but when you have to play through her because you have no real offense besides Caitlin, you're going to have problems on your hands. So there you go.
I feel it. Like Natasha Howard. Natasha Howard able to go get it done. And again, she's back here in New York. It didn't go right the first time. This is the game Natasha Howard goes crazy. Over 12.5 points. She's been real, real good to this one. And she's the one that they lean on to try to get some scoring inside the paint there.
So I'm going to pitch to you another prop, which is going to sound dangerous, but I think it makes sense here.
Okay.
I'm going to go with Breanna Stewart under on her rebounds. That's 6.5.
All right.
We've been doing this all year. You back her rebounds over when John Quell's out. You take her unders when John Quell's in. So I'll go with the Stewie under on her rebounds there. Decent price with John Quell in the lineup, by the way. She has gone under this number in 5 of the last 6. So I do think it's a good spot. The one exception, by the way, was the Mystics game where John Quell got hurt about 5 minutes into the game. So when John Quell actually plays, she's been flying under. I'll take the under on what I think is an inflated rebounding number for Stewie.
Let's see. Natasha Cloud, where's your RA prop at? 8.5? Are we serious? She's hitting that.
It's disrespectful.
65% on the season. She's hitting 8.5, by the way.
So I like Stewie, though. If they end up blowing him out, they might sit her the entire fourth quarter.
Yeah, Natasha Cloud over 8.5. So what is Sabrina at if Natasha Cloud's at 8.5 already? 9.5. Okay. That's not the 8.5 is really the sweet spot for Sabrina, but 9.5 is still very good too.
Yeah.
She's been over 9.5 already in 7 of her last 10 games, actually, Scott.
I wanted the over on Sabrina points, but I am concerned about the blowout because she has had at least 22 in 3 of the last 4 games against this team.
Yeah, because what if you just get Marine off the bench just going crazy?
I also wanted the Caitlin defensive matchup, and I'm not getting it. So that's just unfortunate there. But
which makes me feel better about the under, by the way.
Yeah, by the way, I see Bear asking about the Stewie rebounds. I saw 6.5. The under on that was -110 on FanDuel. So.
All right. Big. So I like Natasha Howard. That's a main play for me, Scott. I might be talking about that later.
Right.
And Natasha Cloud and Sabrina RA. I mean, I think both of those are just way too low. Okay. Good enough for me. I would be petty and do a Sophie Cunningham under, but I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to talk about it. Anything else?
No. I think we can move on to the next game.
Well, before we get to the next game of the slate, Scott, got to talk to you about MyBookie.ag, your place to bet every single sport, including the MLB, WNBA, golf, and your NFL college football futures. Easy deposit using cryptocurrency, and you can get lightning fast payouts. Plus, you can head over there right now, MyBookie.ag, get down on that promo code SGPN, and get 100% deposit match up to $1,000. Terms and conditions apply. That's MyBookie.ag, promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by Rhythm. Make sure you use Rhythm's Power Trends, game-changing future by Rhythm, where they have a system that detects their AI patterns and lets you know, hey, this is where Rhythm has the highest ROI, the highest winning percentage over here. These players, these player props, these games, this right here. So make sure you tap in with Rhythm's Power Trends. I have to lock in. Let's see here. who is a very, very interesting power trend here. Let's see. Oh, well, they do like Aaliyah Boston here, Scott, on the points and assists. They are actually fading Leonie Fibich on her points and rebounds under 12.5 here. So a couple of different power trends here that you can go and share and talk about here. But you got to do it in rhythm. So head over there on rhythm. The WNBA power trends, by the way, 63.6% win rate, 20% ROI since the launch. They are 35-20. So make sure you go check out those power trends. A lot more than what I mentioned, by the way. Just head over there to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm for a 7-day free trial. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. All right. Next game up, Scott. 10 p.m. on the East Coast. Dallas Wings on the road going to play the Seattle Storm. Scott, there was a point in time where I used to look forward to this matchup. You had Enrique, you had Jewel. It used to be fireworks. You would see 30-point games by Jewel, 30-point games by Enrique. Now it's a little bit lackluster. However, the Seattle Storm is still good. They're laying 9. 167.5 is the total over here. Injury report, I think. Let's see. What's the update on Dejanay Carrington, that rib injury? Thought I saw it here. Probable to play. So it looks like Dejanay Carrington is going to make a return back to the lineup. Maisha Hines-Allen is questionable. And that's it. So, I'm going to tell you right now. I think Enrique is trying to get traded.
I mentioned that to you a couple weeks ago. There were some rumors that she was, I don't want to say tanking games, but there are rumors that she might be doing the Vince Carter Toronto routine.
Dude, it's been really, really bad, man.
It's been awful. What was she, 0 for 11?
Yeah. Oh, dude, it was so bad.
Some people remember that from the NBA. As a Nets fan, I remember because he went to the Nets. But Vince Carter that one year was actively just punting games for Toronto to get himself traded.
Yeah.
It's looking like that. I was not an Enrique fan anyway, because I think that she's a chucker. But this year's been even worse than I could have imagined for her. It's been rock bottom in every stat. So, yes, I think she's trying to get traded. And she should, because the team stinks. But I do think a lot of the shot selection, which was bad to begin with, has been even more increasingly egregious this season. I'll put it that way.
Believe it or not, Dallas has actually been in some of these games now. 5-5 the last 10 games ETS.
Yeah.
So the question is, are they the Seattle Storm or the Seattle Showers today?
I mean, it comes down to the defense because we know that when they faced off earlier in the season, we called them the Showers again. They scored like 29 points in the first half, and they came back and they beat this team. So when they actually try, and they're not playing with their food, they can kill this team if they want to. The question is, will they? I'm going to say yes for me. I don't feel great about it, but I don't think the Wings with Enrique are a team that I want to back. I see Luis asking if he's the only one who thinks that Enrique is not very good. I've been vocal about Enrique not being as good as advertised, in my opinion. I know that one All-Star game, or it was against Team USA, she had like 40 in that crazy game. I forgot what it was. What, she had 40, 42?
Yeah, because Team USA constantly denies her.
Correct. So she had one monster game. People were like, that's why she's top 10. Like, sure, but if you're going to shoot in your career about 40% from the floor, I'm going to think you're a chucker. So that's kind of how it goes. But I think the Storm, if they care enough defensively, can shut this team down to some degree. And the Wings, we know, can't guard anybody. So I think I'll go Storm, but it's not a game I'm really sprinting to bet on from a side perspective. Props, maybe. But for a side, not really that interested, to be honest.
Oh no, they really don't do it for me defensively. Actually, there's something off about the
They
Storm.
do more than the Wings.
Yeah, of course.
That's what I'm saying.
Everybody does more than
if
the
they
Wings,
just
but
try a little bit defensively, the offense will be there the entire game by default.
They had 2 opportunities this season. They lost. They beaten them by 8 in that first game where they had to battle all the way back, and then they beat them by 6 in the last game. I don't feel any reason to take Seattle here.
Okay.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you.
You're making a money line case?
Because Seattle's been very, very, very up and down.
They have
Like
been.
they've been good, but they've also been up and down. And there's been multiple times when I've looked at this Seattle team and I've wanted to rip my hair out betting them.
I get it. I feel that way about the Wings more often than not.
Somebody's got to make something weird happen after the All-Star break. I'll say it's a random get-up game on the wing for the Wings on the road here. Give me the Wings plus the points.
I think we're going to compromise to some degree because I like the over in the game, which might be how we look at it kind of from the same lens, which is even if the Wings are competitive in this game, they're going to score because they're not going to guard anybody. So I like the over as my favorite play. But for the side, I'll go Storm. I'm really not interested. So I'll go over instead.
I like over, but I like the Wings. Give me the Wings plus points. Small chance that they take this on the money line, but I could see Seattle just fumbling around with this game.
By the way, mentioning Enrique, it could be worse. You could be Terry McCown's. Forgot she's on the team half the time.
And it's like he'll use her like in a random game, she'll get some good usage, and then back to the bench.
I'm just surprised she's still on the roster, to be honest.
Probably end up on Vegas not too long. Probably end up on Vegas.
Just saying, McCown, I've never been the biggest fan of in general, but she deserves better than this. Like, your team's awful. You should probably give her some run, but who knows?
She just got to get better defensively, man. Just really last.
I mean, I think the issue with her is that she's a stiff. Yeah. That's kind of how I don't want to compare. It's going to sound harsh, but I kind of feel the same way about Cardoso. I feel the same way. I feel like they're going to stand under the rim. They're either going to get a layup or they're going to do nothing. And defensively, they can't switch on the perimeter, so what's the point? That's kind of how I feel. I think that, for the record, I think Cardoso is more talented than McCown, but the same type of player. Like a Whiteside in the NBA. You know, you have a good run, but then
Hassan Whiteside reference is crazy.
But you know what I'm trying to say, though? Just somebody who's only in the paint, who can do nothing besides stand in the paint, your shelf life's going to be limited in the league. That's kind of how I look at Terry McCown.
I agree. All right. Paige is at 17.5 for some reason.
I mean, I get it. It's because she can ball. Like, I get it. I had her over against the Fever. They might have gotten their asses kicked. She went over. That counts enough for me.
Listen to her last 10 games. 20, 21, 20, 12, 27, 23, 11, 17, 21, 20. If she goes over, she's hitting 20.
Yeah. If they actually do trade Enrique and they bump the usage up for Paige, the props are going to be incredible.
And it's like it's the effectiveness for me. Like it's not even like she's going out there and she's shooting a bunch of attempts every single time, but it's just she's very, very effective in when she does get.
She feels very under control. I know we talk about it all the time, how some rookies take a couple months to adjust to the life in the league. She took no time at all. She just decided, all right, I'm ready to play ball. We'll make it work. I wish she was a bit more selfish at times.
Yeah.
But I do think once Enrique is out of there, Paige controlling an offense can be a very special thing. She's really, really good.
And I really like the JJ, Paige, Isaiah lineup. I really, really do. I thought it was odd that all three rookies were playing at the same time. But man, they really found a way to make it work.
Yeah.
All right, Gabby. You know what to do.
It's at 24.5 now, though. I did veer off on YouTube. I took her rebounds by itself against the Valkyries instead of the PRA. And that's the only thing she went over on. So she keeps cashing props for me. I might go back to the rebounds for Gabby instead.
Let's see. Anything else in particular, Skylar? Skylar's numbers at?
Do I just say screw it and take Enrique under points? It's at 14.5 now. Like, I don't think I have the strength.
No, I definitely don't.
I don't have the strength, but I'm so tempted to do it, but I'm just not going to. I can't. The volume is still there. The thing about going 0 for 11 means after the first 10 shots, you kept shooting. That is not what you want to see if you have the 14.5 prop. I can't take it. I want the under, but I can't do it.
Let's see. What's Ezzy's rebounds at? Is that anything I'm interested in? Okay, 6.5 for Ezzy. I might can get behind that. 6.5 rebounds, but over in the earlier two matchups. So let's put a check by Ezzy's rebounds for me to come back to that.
Do you have anything for all-star stat padding Skylar Diggins?
First and only triple-double in all-star game, Skylar Diggins, by the way.
She made sure she had that triple-double by the end of the game.
Oh, dude, she was cussing. She was cussing Courtney Williams out.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't have nothing for Skylar today.
All right, just asking.
Yeah, I'm good. All right. Last game up. Atlanta Dream going up against the Las Vegas Aces. Aces are laying 1.5 at home. 161.5 is the total. Jackie's questionable.
We know Howard is out.
Yep. That's it. Well, Dream overs have been good on the road. The line has dropped over, and that could potentially have something to do with Jackie. Potentially.
Mm-hmm.
Probably some people buying into it too, but I think it could potentially have something to do with Jackie and potentially no Jackie Young playing. But if no Jackie Young plays, I don't think we've seen what Jewel and Asia look like when it's just them.
Jewel, I'm just saying with no Jackie, please.
And at this point, if anybody gets out the way, I mean, then she finally looks up at the rim and she tries to score.
Mm-hmm.
So it could potentially be something there. But with that being said, I mean, Asia's on a tear.
She's so damn good.
She's on a tear. Asia's on a tear.
I know people are going to argue. I know this year with the All-Star game too that Nafisa is officially the best player in the league at this point, and she's going to win MVP.
She's MVP.
That's the argument.
I think she's MVP.
People are going to say she's MVP and all. I still think Asia is number one in the league.
Yes, 100%.
That's where I'm at. But
and the players think it too. The players had her voted her one.
And it's clearly deserved that Nafisa is going to win MVP. Like, I get it and all because the Aces are not any good.
Yeah.
I still think Asia might be the best player in the history of the league.
You know that she's second in the league in points?
Doesn't surprise me.
This is an off year.
Yeah, it's an off year for her, and
she's
incredible at actual offense and defense. The defense doesn't matter because the team can't guard anybody, but she's also an elite defensive player. I would still, if you're asking me right now to build a roster, pick a player, I'm picking Asia.
100 times.
I'm just going to pick Asia, but it's nothing against Nafisa. I think she's an incredible player too. But I think Asia might be the WNBA GOAT. I think there's a conversation.
Yep. Very much right there, neck and neck with Maya Moore for me. Like right
Shame
there.
She retired early.
And honestly, I think Asia has just edged herself above. But Maya Moore was so good. But it's that's how good Asia Wilson is right
You got to mention Taurasi for the longevity, but I always thought Moore was a better
I
player
was
than
well,
Taurasi.
I was never a fan of Taurasi's game.
I know. But I'm mentioning for the longevity stuff, for the counting stats, Taurasi's going to be up there, but
whatever.
I was such a fan of Maya Moore. She was so damn good.
This is a very anti-Diana Taurasi podcast.
I know. Well, I'm pro because I faded her during her entire final season. I made a lot of money. But Maya Moore
was a very good bet.
Maya Moore was one of the first women's basketball players that I actually watched going okay, no, she's actually incredible.
Insane. It was really oh man, if I could only that's what the Lynx need to do. That's how they counter all the moves that the Liberty are getting. Just get Maya Moore to come out of retirement.
I'm still waiting for the documentary to come out.
Yo, why not?
It's a crazy story.
Yeah.
Make it a Lifetime movie or something, worst case scenario. If you don't know the story, she ended up leaving the sport, and she ended up trying to help somebody who was convicted of murder, I believe. So she had some type of fundraising event or something to get him representation. And he was innocent. And she married the guy. She helped him be found not guilty, and they overturned the sentence, and she got married to the guy who she got out of prison, which is just extremely badass. Mm-hmm. And they never made a movie about it, which I feel like is just a good story. But either way.
They're going to make a movie about it.
They should. But the point is, she sacrificed her career to get this guy out of jail. Like,
It's gonna be like
it's a hell of a story.
That's the ultimate rom-com.
Yeah.
Ultimate.
No, once again,
like,
it could be a
drama,
Lifetime movie, worst
rom-com
case
drama.
scenario.
Yeah, it could
It's a
be.
good story.
There's a whole bunch of ways you could play that.
Yeah,
Whole bunch of
it's a
ways.
good story though if you look into it.
Just keep it far, far away from Tyler Perry. Far away from Tyler Perry. With that being said,
you mean Medea or regular?
I'm not going down this road.
All right,
Scott.
that's fine.
Not on a WNBA podcast. I'm not going down this road.
Medea goes to jail.
You're about to get us in trouble.
I was gonna say Medea goes to jail, but that's a separate one.
The Atlanta Dream, though. I'm sorry. The Aces got to prove it to me, man. The Aces got to prove to me that they turned it around and like legit turned it around. And I mean, they've won back-to-back games, so like, congrats to you. You did beat my Valkyries. Let them score 102 points, though.
But that's the thing, though, is they were blowing out the Wings. They almost blew the game too.
Yeah.
You mentioned Jackie. She's one of the only guards who plays defense on that team. I like the over.
And this Dream Team has been so good this season playing from behind and being able to battle themselves back in games and put themselves in a position to win games. Like, okay, if you tell me that you want to back the Aces, take them in the first half. I think that's the way to take them and say the Aces get out early. Because if the Aces get down to this Dream Team, I don't think that they're going to battle themselves out of it. And I think what's more likely to happen is a Dream Team that has started slow basically all season in the first half. And then be able to really, really turn up the notch and expose an Aces team that, again, they almost blew it in the second half against the Valkyries. They really, really almost blew it in the second half against the Wings in a game that they were dominating. Like, it just doesn't smell right there, and they just don't. I don't think they have it together, and so maybe they change it around after the All-Star break. But I'm not there yet. Give me the Atlanta Dream on the money line.
Do I think Asia can just carry them across the finish line in this game?
I mean, she's been trying. She's had like 30
and they've been winning, but they actually can't stop anybody. I'll go Aces, but I prefer the over in the game. The Aces have just acknowledged, listen, if we're not going to guard anybody, we got to outscore the other teams. And with no Jackie, potentially, this team's not going to guard anybody. So give me the over.
All right. Yeah, I like over too. Over for the Atlanta Dream on the road, 7-4. And then 6-4 at home to the total for the Las Vegas Aces. Dream also as a dog, 6-2 to the total. So anytime they've been a dog, they've been able to run it up. Those majority have been on the road as well. All right. Of course, 23.5 for Asia Wilson.
Yep. I'll lock that up. Without Jackie, too? Oh, she's going to end up taking 20-something shots.
Yeah. It's the only thing on the Aces I'm even interested in, honestly.
Yep. Same here. Unless you want to make a case for Jewel. There's a time to maybe step up. This would be the time.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to bet it, but yeah, it is. This would be the game. If Jewel has a great game, they and that's also another thing, because if Jewel just goes out for some random heater of a game, they're really, really in this game at that point.
I see D. Johnson mentioning Jones rebounds. I can get behind that. The Aces are not a great rebounding team, and that is one area where the Dream should have success anyway. I don't mind Brianna Jones rebounds.
Let's see here. What else do we got? Alicia Gray's at 18.5. Oh, that is a lot, but she can go off against Vegas. I wouldn't be surprised if she tries to put her best foot forward here. Maybe a points, rebounds, and assists. Maybe if all-encompassing is how I would play Alicia Gray.
Okay, I can get behind that. You got more usage now.
Bree Jones. I feel like one of Bree Jones or Brittany Griner is going to have a game. I just don't know how to decide it in this matchup. But whoever gets Nalissa Smith guarding them, that person is going to go off. I want to say it's just going to be Bree. So do with that information as you will. I'm sorry it's a little bit of a cop-out, but I'm pretty sure one of the two bigs is going to have a really good game. I'm just not 100% certain which one. I feel like I lean Bree Jones because that's what I've been betting all year, Scott.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't heard too many Britton Griner slips come out of my mouth this year. But what's Bree? Bree's last. Oh, she's had. Oh, these all Connecticut. Oh, wow. But with Connecticut, she was cooking them 18, 17, 17. Dang. That was in limited minutes, wasn't it? Oh, no. She had pretty solid minutes in those games. All right. Yeah. All right. I'm going Bree. What's it at? 14 and a half? Hold on.
I can pull that up too. Let me just check.
Yes, it's at 14 and a half, minus 105. There we go.
By the way, I see an option which you can go with instead. Asia to lead the game in points, minus 130. Sure. Who's going to beat her?
Very good point.
130?
Just go ahead.
Sure.
You just got to ladder her every time.
I mean, once again, I'd prefer to just go for the points in general with that line, but if you want to play it potentially safer, I don't know who else is going to outscore Asia in this game. So give me Asia leading point score, minus 130.
All right. Well, I think that's it. All right. Let's figure this out. Lock, dog, underdog. Lock. How do we? No, I can't lock up Dallas. I can't do it. Very tempting. I will admit, Scott. Very tempting, but I can't do it. Dude, just give me the Dream money line.
I was not expecting that to be your lock. That I did not.
I'm really out on the Aces, man.
It's fine. They can't guard anybody. I'm just shocked that that was the choice you made.
Yeah. I've had some pretty good history betting the Dream too. Yeah, give me the Dream money line. I'm really out on the Aces. Maybe that's just because that was the last game we were talking about, but I'm completely out on the Aces. And I really think that regardless of what happens in the first half, the Aces are probably going to blow this game in the second half, and the Dream are going to get it done. The Dream are an actual good team. So I'll take the Dream, get the dub here. Aces go back to the drawing board. Dog. What price can I get on? No. Oh, wait. No, I know. I clearly know what my dog is going to be. Paige Becker's 20 plus points. When she goes over 17 and a half, she hits 20. She's had 20 in 7 of her last 10 games. And some reason, 20 plus points is still plus 145 here, but I feel like that you can find a better number out around there. Let me see. I'm trying to find another Page number, but plus 145 still makes it a dog. So yeah, Page 20 plus is going to be the dog for sure. Very close to making Asia the dog, but I decided to go something a little different here, Scott. Over to you.
All right, so what you said the price was on that again?
You can get plus 172 over there on FanDuel for Paige Becker's 20 plus points.
All right, sure. So for the lock on the show, you know what? Yeah, just give it to me. Give me Asia to lead the game in points. I'm not going to overthink it. If you want to go for 23 and a half, you can do that too. I see minus 130 for Asia to lead the game in points. Yeah, I mean, who else is going to do it? Jackie might not play, so that might be out of the equation. Jewel's been a mess this season. You're looking at no Howard in the game either. This should be like minus 200. 130 is just a very cheap number for a prop that should be a lot juicier. Give me Asia to lead the game in points at minus 130 as my lock. For my dog, I'm going to go forward. Give me the Liberty minus the 11.5 with Stewie under 6.5 rebounds. 2-pick parlay plus 215.
What? 215?
Yep.
Wow.
That was on FanDuel. So Liberty to cover the spread. Stewie under 6.5 rebounds. 2-pick parlay plus 215.
All right. Underdog.
Asia points. Unless you want to go for PR, something with Asia in this game.
Yep. I'm cool with the points. Where's that at? Asia. There we go. Higher. And then we can... who's stopping Fee?
The scoreboard. If she sits the entire fourth quarter. Scoreboard.
I do. Wait. Over to the Fever. We can. I do feel strong about Natasha Howard. Natasha Cloud RA is.
I like the Howard play too, for the record, with the usage alone. I like the Howard play.
All right, let's throw Natasha Howard in there.
It's a revenge game, kind of.
It is. And then Ricky is too low.
Yeah. That was actually mentioned in the comment section earlier. I can get behind that.
All right, Rakia Jackson hired 13.5 points. Natasha Howard hired 12.5 points. Asia Wilson hired 23.5 points. Put that all in Underdog, shake it up, you get 7x. So make sure you get over there. Underdog Fantasy, use that promo code NBA SGPN. Claim your special deposit and first time deposit offer with that. And that is it. Yeah, man. We're back. We're back. I'm responding to the chat. Sorry. W's in the chat. Yeah, we're back. It's been a while. It's been a week. It's only been a week. We went on vacation. And it was the All-Star break. So, you know what? We're good. We're good to go, Scott. We got a long push. And shame on the league for not having the Valkyries on the first day or even the second day back, Scott. I have to wait to bet Valkyries again.
With how they've been playing recently, I'll give them the extra couple days off. Let them find themselves again.
All right. They did cash that first half by the
Yes, they did.
Storm.
Yes, they did.
31-31 plus 3. Ah, dude, it's money every time. Okay. He's at Retro Radio. I'm at Really Real __ mention. Give us a follow. Go check me out now. Right now. Heading over to the Mothership Pod to do the New York Giants preview. And with that, that's it. I have nothing else to say, nothing else to do. And then podcast just going to like this. We are out of here.